And Dave, I'm sure people had a lot to say about this.
Yeah, they've had a lot of questions, and this was one of the big moments where residents could talk to members of Congress, state lawmakers, and also really hear from state regulators, the people who regulate all of the environmental laws in the state, and hear from the company Republic, which operates really two facilities where waste from that derailment is. What we know is that the waste, that solid waste, has gone to a site in Van Buren Township. It's the liquid waste that's gone to a Republic site in Romulus. A lot of questions about both of those facilities tonight.
How can we continue to operate such a horrible facility and trust that it's going to protect this community? Because I do not trust that facility in my neighborhood.
Audience members with numerous questions about their own safety before a panel of local and federal lawmakers, environmental officials, and Norfolk Southern bigwigs. All of this in the aftermath of toxic liquids and soil shipped to a Metro Detroit hazardous waste dumping facility, waste that came from that big train derailment in East Palestine, Ohio, back in early February.
The first responders in the communities here in Michigan, like Van Buren, Romulus, Wayne, the other communities, I want to make sure that they have all the funding that they need to respond to a problem like this.
Local members of Congress, including Representatives Debbie Dingell and Rashida Tlaib, hosted the forum at the Wayne County Community College District to give information and answer questions about the transport and storage of the hazardous waste at the Republic Industrial and Energy Solutions facility in Wayne County. Officials from Republic addressed the crowd.
They have begun to change the way that they process the material, both in terms of time and the size and quantity. They've installed odor control systems. We're now doing daily odor surveys in the community.
Leaders from Wayne County and the state sounded the alarm in the form of a Friday night press conference back in February after learning that toxic waste from the derailment was being shipped to Metro Detroit.
We all paid a great deal of attention when Wayne County Executive Warren Evans and myself, Rashida, and Shree and the governor found out that some of the East Palestine waste might be headed this way. It got us asking a lot of questions.
Last month, local members of Congress urged state regulators to reopen public feedback for the renewal of the operating license for Republic's hazardous waste site in Romulus. It's one of many reasons why people are sounding off, including elected officials who are also pushing for reform at the federal level to better protect the environment during derailments, if not prevent derailments altogether.
We're all coming together and saying, okay, what can we do? First, they stopped and halted the shipment right away. But the bigger problem still remains. Hazardous waste is traveling through and into our communities with little oversight or transparency, and too often the corporations responsible do cut corners or seem willingly to sacrifice our residents' well-being to make a few extra bucks.
Now, vinyl chloride is that toxic chemical in question. In February, a Wayne County top health official said that chemical is known to cause lung inflammation and can cause tumors and is a carcinogen, but the environmental officials with the state, the local EPA representative, and the folks that run that Republic facility, they all say that there's various mechanisms in place to make sure that all of that is controlled in terms of the toxicity and so forth, something they continue to monitor 24/7. We're live tonight in Bellevue. Dave Kinchin, Fox 2 News.
Yeah, Dave, they met, they agreed it was wrong, but what binding policy comes from this that can truly prevent something like this from happening again, and how quickly can that actually come to light?
That was the big question for really three members of Congress here, including Rashida Tlaib and Debbie Dingell, and they say that they're essentially working with federal regulators on this, and they've been urged to come up with laws that have teeth, in the words of one spokesperson, not just teeth, but the funding to make sure there's the right staffing to make sure that all of this can be regulated and prevent something like this in the future. So in terms of specific regulation, we're continuing to watch all of that.